is pressing. Talking about time, we have lots of time. It's 12:42. Next step is our general evaluator loaded, meaning you got at least 10 minutes. If you want to use it, you don't have to. You got lots of time. You tell us all what you like. Maybe a few
I
seconds.
also want to share something, Mr. Johnson.
The floor is yours, Claude.
Oh, should I go ahead? Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster. So, as today's general evaluator, I took a bunch of notes. It's my first time, and usually I always pay attention to how I am received in a club. And I have to say that you folks are a welcoming bunch. I really feel like I could be a member of this club easily, and I'd feel part of the bunch. So from that perspective, kudos to you. I really felt like these guys are happy, these folks are happy to welcome me here and to have me here. So appreciated that. Really like the exercise. The exercise is not an easy, but Chad. Yeah, I think it's Chad that led the exercises. It's not an easy thing to do, to force somewhat people to sort of like stretch out their face and do this and do that. But it reminded me that this is something that I would like to mention to other clubs as a warm-up. It's really good to do that when you first start. But what I really liked, especially because I was asked to do it, is for me to read the mission. It's the first time that people ask me to do that, and I find that it puts me in a good position to sort of, I already started by then talking to the group. You know how I express myself, you've heard my voice right from the get-go. I think that it's really, really unique, and I will copy, if you allow me, that practice to other clubs that I thought was really, really good. Then you moved on to reading the agenda, and the agenda is very clear. No issues there. The only thing, and I'm putting my VPPR hat on, is what I missed when I printed it was the branding. The Toastmasters identifiers. There's none. I don't see the logo or anything, so I would encourage you to squeeze that in. Toastmasters would be pleased to see that. It's not just a document, it should be a Toastmasters branded document. So, but the executives are all there. I see the mission and I see the time. Do I see the date on the agenda? I don't. Yeah, I do. So and the theme is there. So all the ingredients that I would expect from a proper agenda were there, and you went through it. So that's really good of that. Then we moved on to Craig Valentine. And poor Chad, I mean, technicalities happen and that. But what I would have recommended is to do a test maybe before, but Chad mentioned it. So things happen. I do have to admit, though, that I was really looking forward to it. Once you told me you were going to have a video, I was really looking forward to it. And then you said, well, we'll check it out next time. I was actually very disappointed. It would have been fun. Plus, we had the time to actually see the video. But kudos to you, Chad. You had a really good way of summarizing, and you had a lot of things to say. So you just didn't pull it out of your hat. You actually watched it and you had things to say to us. So that was well done, considering the situation. Then we moved on to Monique as a Table Topics Master. And what struck me, Monique, is that you were very confident, really clear instructions. I always say, Toastmasters, being a Table Topics Master is not so much about you as it is about the people speaking. You shouldn't talk more than the actual Table Topics speakers, And you did a great job at that. Once you set the stage very clearly and your questions were really clear and welcoming, you let it be. You leave it be and you let the speaker speak. So kudos to that. And Julie, Julie, you were generous enough to take quite a few roles. And one of them... listening, I forget now, I want to talk about listening, and I'm reminding myself the role of listener, that these meetings, sometimes, you're so focused as a newbie, if you will, focusing on what you hear, but it's superficial almost. So I noticed today that I did not listen to what was being said enough as I should have, because I didn't have the answers to Julie's questions. So that's a reminder for me. But overall, and in conclusion, Ottawa Community. Oh, one thing I liked is the Toastmaster had behind him the date, name, and time of your meeting. That's really good. That's a nice little touch that most people don't think about. And I see now the branding behind Joe's screen and all that. So that's really good. All in all, I'm really, really impressed with Ottawa Community Toastmasters. A welcoming group. I will come back. This is my first official visit as Area 14 Director. And I really sincerely thank you for having me. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you very much, Claude, and